What's up, sketchers? Today I'll show you how to draw a spruce tree. Let's get straight into it. Kick off the drawing by drawing a vertical line in the centre of the page. Keep a note of how long the line is, as I now want you to draw a horizontal line that's roughly 2/3 of what you've already drawn already. Next, draw diagonal lines connecting from each end of the horizontal line that you just drew to the vertical line that you drew first at a point, making a sort of tent shape. What we're going to do now might look a little bit weird. We're going to add hair-like strands, sort of in a curved shape, but not too curvy, like I'm doing here, sticking out towards the edge of the diagonal line, in random positions throughout the tree. And do some diagonal flicks at the top centre of the tree. Now we're going to do a pattern which I like to call the shelf pattern. And basically all it is we're going to, perpendicular from the sort of strand hair-like line that we've already drawn, we're going to draw even smaller hair-like strands folding down. They don't have to be entirely straight. In fact, don't make them entirely straight. Make them slightly droop towards the floor and then just layer them up, different sizes slightly. But do make sure to use a light pencil for this, as we're going to go back over this much later on, where we do the other parts of the tree. More details than that later on. Now let's draw the trunk of the tree. In any big gaps you have between the branches, and only these gaps, use a thick pencil and thicken and darken the first line you drew to thicken the trunk. Now the foundation's been laid, it's time to go back over everything that we've already drawn, by either using a darker pencil or pushing down harder with your current pencil. Go back over everything that you've already drawn, just trying to make it a bit more prominent. If you see a branch that goes under another branch, simply try to add a shadow to the lower branch, which will not only give your drawing a 3D effect, but it'll also give your drawing an idea of lighting. But don't touch the centre of the tree yet, as we're going to do something different to that later on. You see, the reason why I told you not to touch the centre is because we're now going to draw something that I like to call the hairbrush formation. And what this is at the centre of the tree, draw lines stemming down in a sort of kiss chocolate shaped pattern set of lines. This is very hard to explain, but look at the top left of the screen for a full breakdown. This is what we essentially want to do multiple times at multiple scales in the centre of the tree. This will represent all branches facing towards us. You and I can both agree that our tree is looking a little bit weird at the moment. There's these weird white bits still. Well, let's fix these. In any white space that you see in the centre of the tree, disregarding the outside at the moment, use a dark pencil and shade in these areas. And I mean every single area that you see. Also do these for any of the hairbrush formation, kiss shaped formations that we've already done as well. This will give your tree a sense of depth. And speaking of those hair clip kiss like formations, also add crinkled lines on these, which will make it look a bit more natural and give the effects of layering leaves. Our tree looks a bit more full now, but there's still a few issues. It's still looking a little bit weak in some areas. It needs to look a bit more full, and the way we can do this is we can add even more branches in between these branches. This time use a darker pencil to do this, because these ones will be much further back, so they'll be less direct towards the light. Do these in any place you see fit, and this will make the tree look a lot more realistic. And by that point, once we've done all this, we're almost finished. Let's now connect this tree to the ground. We obviously do this by doing a trunk. And to do this, we do 2 flicks that connect down like this on each side, making sure that the trunk is a bit wider than the top part of the tree, like over here. But keep it nice and short, and to make it more 3D, add a gradient like I'm doing right now. And last but not least, finish up by smoothing every single branch with any pencil to get rid of all the streakiness about what we've already drawn, and just to make it a bit more natural looking. And with that guys, we have actually reached the end of the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have watched the whole video, even bigger thanks, because barely anyone watches the full video anymore, so thank you so much for your support. And you won't believe it, but we're already near 50 subscribers, so you know what that means. Special video coming up, stay tuned, and perhaps you'll see me out and about. That's your hint. Anyways, hope the tutorial wasn't too stressful for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later!